What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel. It's Friday, which means it's time for our wrestling figure news and reveals video. And we got a ton of stuff from WWE and AEW, including an update on these Briscoe Brothers prototypes that I bought a couple months ago. So stay tuned. All right, guys, another week packed with reveals, pre-orders, and wrestling figure news. It is the best time in history to be a wrestling figure collector, and that is coming from someone who's been a wrestling figure collector their entire life. And if you're a wrestling figure collector, first off, check out my new book, The Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia. Thank you guys so much for making it #1 on Amazon. And now we're climbing those charts on barnesandnoble.com. Pretty much anywhere you can get books, it's available. Amazon.com, barnesandnoble.com, walmart.com, you name it, it is there. But you can simply go to heelbooks.com. We have all of the listings there as well as the prices. They are cheaper on barnesandnoble.com. So I suggest getting them there personally. I don't dictate the price. Publisher does and the retailer does. But it is awesome. 450 plus pages, 7,500 pictures, has full color paperback and hardcover editions, as well as photography by my man, Matthew Goldberg, MBG1211. Get it now, heelbooks.com. But we are moving right on to Latuni, Wrestling Toon Stars. So he has another series coming out. These are going to be cartoon style wrestling figures. I'm assuming somewhat LJN-esque. I'm not sure. He didn't really show anything yet, but he did show from his, I think it's called WrestleMatic series. I can't really remember. These are like the Hasbro size figures. He already has a Macho Man out, but now we are getting Marty Jannetty in that AWA Remco style with a cloth goods shirt and removable sunglasses. It's all right. It's an easy pass for me. This is not something that I personally need, but I can totally see people being down for this. The only downfall is that you're probably not going to get a Shawn Michaels to match it, so it kind of stinks for this version of Marty. At least like the Big Rubber Guys Marty, you can argue, okay, like, you know, I can use it as like singles Marty, but like at this era of his career, he really wasn't singles wrestler. So I don't know. I mean, it's cool. It looks decent for what it is, but not my favorite. And he also did a Tito Santana. And this kind of, dictated whether or not I'm going to get these because it's literally the Macho Man body, new arms, and then just throwing on a new head. So it's an easy pass for me on these. However, I did think this looked good from Latuni. An upcoming Macho King LJN style figure. This is going to be like 8-inch scale. You can see he's got the scepter. You can see he's got the crown, and he has that entrance robe, which is very, very similar to that of the Mattel Ringside Collectibles exclusive. Our friends over at Top Rope Collectibles showed off some updated prototypes of the Diamond Stud. We got the blue, black, and yellow variants. I am getting them all. And yes, those of you saying, why is the stud on the back of the trunks looking like a kindergartner drew it? Listen, don't know why, but that is what the back of his trunks looked like. So staying true to form, they're releasing it that way. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking wearing those, and odd. Anyways, moving on. They're also going to be doing Norman the Lunatic, and we saw images of it. Very cool. He's going to come with a teddy bear. He's going to come in his loony bin gear. Long hair, beard. He's going to have a boot on one side, a sneaker on the other, knee pads poking through. I mean, come on. How could you not love this? And then Title Run Toys showed off their Mike McGurk upcoming figure, which I didn't see coming. And honestly, I need this. For those of you who don't know, Mike McGurk used to be a ring announcer. Went through some things with Vince McMahon, which I think a lot of people more so know her for, unfortunately. But hopefully with this figure, it can bring light to the positives of her career. Looks great, man. Looks great. Honestly, I think it looks better than the drawing, as it should, but not always does it. We have this bluish suit as well as the red, which I think is the stunner here. So I think I'm going to get both. I honestly think I'm getting both Mike McGurks. So shout out to TRT for these ones. And KWK. KWK Kayfabe Wrestling Heroes. We have Ox Baker here. This is the mold for Ox Baker, and it is beautiful. Look at the detail in the beard, eyebrows. I mean, spares no expense when it comes to quality on this, and it's scaled right next to this Andre from the Hasbro line. I dig it. I will definitely be picking this up. But they did a little questionnaire of who you'd like to see next in the Club Kayfabe. So Club Kayfabe is like an exclusive club where they're going to be doing limited releases for top customers. And you can vote on who the next release will be. And it says Metalik, Kalisto, Lince Dorado, Tenru, Adonis, Laredo Kid, Super Delphine, and the one that I would vote for actually is Kevin Kelly. I'd love to see a Kevin Kelly figure. So we'll see if any of these come to fruition from KWK. And we also saw some early prototypes. These aren't even in Sean N's hands yet. These are pictures from the factory that he sent me to post on here of, um, you know, uh, the upcoming figure that we showed off on our YouTube channel, all four versions. Barry Horowitz here, and this is the version that I think personally is the best. It's the suspenders version. You can see there's a little bit of sparkle in there, which I dig. The likeness is spot on from all the prototypes we saw. Here is the green, which also pops. Here is the just blue trunks, and then we have the pat on the back trunks, which I think is pretty cool. We revealed these a couple months back on the channel with Barry himself, and these are the four variants. I'm definitely getting all, but I will be getting a prototype of, I believe, the suspenders ones very, very soon to discuss and really dive into and review. So stay tuned for that. Also, Mitch from Hastel Toys showed the Regium logo and said that Regium figures are coming soon. This is his 6-inch scale, in scale with Elite, so I'm very excited to see where he goes with this line. But he did show off the upcoming Macho USA Macho Man Randy Savage, and it looks great. The stars and stripes, the red, white, and the blue, the hat. I mean, this thing's going to pop. I cannot wait to have this one in hand. He also showed off Bastion Booger, Mike Shaw, and he's going to come with different food that he can hold in his hands. As you can see, there is a whole chicken, there is a pizza slice, and then by popular demand from all the fans in the comments of this image, he added a third food accessory. A WWF ice cream bar with Bastion Booger on it. For those of you who don't know, at one point he ate these ice cream bars on WWF television. So this is the most crucial accessory in my opinion. Shout out to Mitch for that. It's just excellent, excellent stuff. Speaking of excellent stuff, he showed off this Ahmed Johnson. As we know, we got Ahmed Johnson early in the Grapplers and Gimmicks line. I thought it was pretty good, but this blows it out of the water. His second Ahmed Johnson in that power gorilla press slam pose, whatever you want to call it. One of my favorites from the Hasbro line. He is popping with muscles, looks just like him. I hope that this comes ASAP. And if I know Mitch like I think I do, it is coming ASAP. But this is one that I love Grapplers and Gimmicks for. These obscure characters that we never thought we'd get. Like Friar Ferguson, right here. Also Mike Shaw. Check that out. He's going to have the staff. He's going to have the monk outfit. I mean, this is just chef's kiss. I cannot wait for this figure. Zombie Slayer Toys also showed off an upcoming Pinnacle collection, Bad News Allen. And right here, I think this looks great. I love this head sculpt. However, he did show off additional head sculpts that I'm not crazy about. Right here, the neutral is decent. Right, but the one on the right, there's something just odd about it, you know, with the teeth and the shocked face. It just, I don't know, it's not the one for me. But I will be getting this because I think the others look great. Major showed off some prototypes of some upcoming figures here. We have Coco Beware, which, man, this thing is shining. Look at those clean, crisp paint apps. Frankie on the shoulder, which I loved. I think that's how I'm going to be posing him. I did not realize he would be able to sit on the shoulder, so much props to that. The Genius. I love this. I'm not sure if the actual poet board is going to be removable from his hand. Doesn't need to be. This whole thing is a fronter for me. Shotzi Blackheart, another one that like I really wasn't excited about because it's a modern day person. However, this figure is a stunner and is going to pop on a shelf. And last but not least, they dropped this on 4th of July. Macho USA, big rubber guy right here, just very, very, very similar. Very similar to that of the Macho USA Grapplers and Gimmicks retro that I showed. But this one is a big rubber guy. Cannot wait for both. But what's exciting about this is a new mold from Big Rubber Guys, so you know we're going to be getting repaints of Macho, and I can't wait to see what they are. I hope they are super toyetic, and you know they're coming soon. But speaking of USA, we also got another image of this that we showed off a couple months back. The finalized Big Rubber Guys 1 of 500 Matt Cardona in the USA gear, the complete USA gear. And this is going to be available at WrestleCon during SummerSlam weekend. August 1st and 2nd at the major booth. Only 500 made. I can't imagine these are going to make it online, honestly. Those machos that I just showed sold out on Collect Major. They sold out in the first couple hours. So that's Macho Man, but still, Big Rubber Guys are hot right now. So I can see this selling out. So if you can, get to the show. Speaking of Major, we also saw new images of that Major buddy Joe Hendry, which looks great, man. I think this is only available at TNA live shows or on Whatnot if you follow Matt Cardona. Now, AEW news really took over this week, starting off with U2's as we expected. Boom. The Costco guys, my man Big AJ, love AJ, Big Justice, and of course we have the Rizzler there. They look great. I stand by what I said last week. I do wish the Rizzler was just a little bit shorter. Just a little bit shorter. I feel like them all being virtually the same height kind of takes away from it, but I get it. There is a scale here. They don't scale things like, by height typically with U2s. They're all pretty much the same scale, so I get it. He comes with a chicken bake, which I think is funny. The boom necklace. AJ's gear is awesome. Give me that in a Jazzwares. He has a cookie in his hand, and then, of course, we got the Rizzler, who somehow looks just like the kid, and he's doing the old pose. So I think this is pretty awesome. There is Big Justice. There is Big AJ. And here we have the Rizzler. And check that out on the side, him with the bell hammer. I think it's pretty funny. And it says Rizzler QT, which is pretty awesome. And they dropped this on shopaew.com. You can get it right now. It's $50, but this is Okada's first AEW figure, 1 of 3,000. This is the premiere edition in that exclusive packaging. We heard that Mercedes Moné was going to be the first premiere edition figure, but I guess not. Looks like this is going to be the first one released to hand. Looks awesome. There it is. Cloth goods, got the title. And we also got this dropped on jazzwaresvault.com. A couple months ago, you saw me order that prototype Jay and Mark Briscoe because I love the Briscoe brothers. And I knew this was coming out. I even said that when I bought it. I know this is coming out, but I just love the idea of having it. Individual releases now, 1 of 3,000 Ring of Honor figures. You got Mark on the left, Jay on the right. They look great. Entrance vests, new head sculpts. I don't know why they put the sticker over the heads. It's kind of weird they did that, but interchangeable hands as well as the gas mask with Jay Briscoe. I am stoked for these. I cannot wait for these to come in. I pre-ordered these. I pre-ordered Okada, and I pre-ordered the next figure set, which was $100, and that is the Sting set everybody's been asking for. Everybody's been asking, when's this coming? When's this coming? Non-stop. Anytime I post AEW, people say, when's the Sting box set coming? When's the Sting box set coming? Well, it's here on jazzwaresvault.com, limited to 6,000, so you have plenty of chances to get it. It is $100 though. Free shipping, $100. And everybody who was asking for it said they're not getting it now because it's $100. But honestly, guys, I expected $100. This is exactly the price that I expected. 3 figures. Now, with these, they charge $30 a piece typically for these premium Jazzwares Vault figures. So with accessories, cloth goods, they have a little bit more in this Sting set. Plus, it's in high demand. I knew it was going to be $100. So it's very, very expected in my opinion. I think all the figures look great. However, I think the middle Sting is my favorite with the long hair, that WCW era Sting. I think it really adds something to line that we just didn't have before as far as Sting figures are concerned. And I cannot wait to get this in hand. I can't wait to compare it to the original WCW Toy Biz. evolution of Sting pack. So, and then for Monday, July 21st at the New York Mets game, there will be a WWE themed night, and you will be able to get a WWE Yeet Mr. Met bobblehead. And he's yeeting. He's got a Yeet shirt. He's got the glasses, the hat. I mean, he's in a WWE ring. It's official. This thing is awesome. I'm not a bobblehead guy, but if I was in the New York area, I would definitely stop by this game to grab one. So get in and get your Mr. Met Yeet bobblehead. And last but not least over here, we have this Goldberg, limited to 173 big shots. Pretty cool. 173 in each size. So there's 3 different sizes. This is the largest size right here, limited to 173. Very cool. The first Goldberg buddy in the WWE line, which I think is awesome, to commemorate his retirement match against Gunther this weekend. So awesome likeness on this. I think it looks just like him, the way that the mouth is, the eyes, it's just snarling, looks just like Goldberg. So I am here for it. A lot of cool stuff. AEW really brought their A game this week. I think there's some really cool things to look forward to and a lot of stuff that you can pre-order and order right now. So I'm curious what you guys are most excited for. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Help this channel grow. And that is all I have for you this week. So can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Can't wait to see what next week brings. And after that, it is going to be, that's right, San Diego Comic-Con, which means we're going to be seeing a ton of new WWE figures. So stay tuned to my social media so that you can get first look access to all of that, because we report on all of it, baby. So we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining me. Peace. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need Fig Heel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 7,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With figure photography by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Full-color paperback and hardcover editions available now at heelbooks.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.